Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of April the 28th. Look at this full week ahead of us. Well, not exactly, because today is actually Thursday, May the 1st. Here's a peek at last week. So it is Thursday, and I'm doing my planning for the week, which is all right. So I think I'm going to use the kind of library bookish theme for this week. I do have the May monthly kit. Pardon me, but I think I'm going to save that and use that next week for the first full week of May. There's some really nice washi, but yeah, this morning I thought I'll go with the book theme. So I'm going to start by using these little book chapters for the numbers of the days of the week. And I debated recording and sharing this because I am doing this planning so late in the week, but you know what? It's just the reality of things. And so how did I get here? Well, I actually had a really nice weekend. Last week went well, had a nice weekend, spent a lot of time with my parents, which was great, got outside a bit. Just never got around to doing my planning for the week. I really enjoyed doing this, but I like to do it at a time when I kind of want to do it because I enjoy the process. So I didn't do it, which wasn't a huge deal. Often on a Monday, I might step in and do it, or occasionally a Wednesday. I'm just putting this thicker washi along the bottom. However, this week at work was extremely busy it has been for the past few days. Mentally I found after work, my brain was just kind of tired, so I didn't do it. But I will say it was sort of niggling at me because there were times when I wanted to kind of put something in here or kind of look at it. Calms me a little to see the week laid out. So but it is Thursday morning, so I woke up this morning a bit early, so I'm doing this ahead of work. And I'm also hoping in the next couple days to get a few other things done other than just work and existing, which is okay. So that's how we landed where we are now. And you know what? I think I'm going to just put this big strip up top too. I maybe should have put it at the top and put the chapters underneath, but you know what? This will work. And, I don't like that I went all the way to the edge here, so I'll fix this. Yeah, so we're already here in May. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good month. I've got my vacation coming at the end of the month. I'm off the first 2 weeks of June, so it's something to look forward to, but also it always seems so far away. And I'm off for 2 weeks, but I'm going away the first week. So I have a few things to do to prep. So new luggage I need, some, new shoes, a couple things. So that'll be one of my things, actually, making lists for that. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. And I have been, on days when I'm not, and when I haven't set this up, I have been doing a lot of thinking lately, which might sound a little odd to say, but through the day, I've been sort of in my head thinking about, what I want to do for the month, what needs to get done. And it's just a matter of kind of documenting that. So that's one of the things I'll do this week as well. In my traveler's notebooks, I have a notebook where I do an outline for each month. And now that April is over, I know what I need to switch over. So it'll be one of the projects for this week. And I think I want to put a work sticker up top. Sometimes I used to do this a lot, and then I stopped, but I think this week I want to do it. But because it's clear, I think I want to put a little color underneath there. And this on top. Go. And you know what? I think I'm going to use the same color just to do the line across. And it may seem obvious. Most of the time I am working through the week, but because this work week was a lot, I really want to emphasize that I was working. Yeah, so today and tomorrow, there's a few things I want to get done. And then for the weekend, I'm going to be seeing my parents, my mom. Other than that, I'm not quite sure. We'll figure it out as we go. All right, that's looking pretty good. And I like these colors, the beige, especially with a little touch of blue. So let me see what I want to do next. Oh, I should put something to mark the beginning of May. Let me see what I can do. And I usually use like a sticky note thing, but you know what? I think I'm just going to use the blue matches. And I've got these extra month stickers too, so put that in there. All right, this is looking pretty good. Again, the wonders of having a really good washi when I'm not quite sure and I don't have a very specific vision for what I want to do, I find having like a bolder washi is helpful because it makes it easy just to simply coordinate everything and it still looks good. Okay, what's next? Let's see here. Oh yes, I want to use these to-dos, I think. I'll probably just be using them for today and tomorrow since earlier in the week I really didn't get a lot of to-dos done. I'm debating whether to put color behind it, but you know what? I think I'm going to leave these ones just as they are. And I think I'm going to use a bunch of stickers for these couple days just to perk myself up. I'll probably just put, for the first 3 days where it was largely just work, I'll probably put like an emoji sticker each day. All right, so today is also actually payday, which is lovely. Put that down. And yeah, I just kind of feel like using some stickers this week. So along with payday comes paying some bills. And what else? So I am still working today, although it's nice. Today is my first work day with no meetings or some of my work involves doing reviews. I don't have anything I have to get done. I have one or two I want to get started on. But today for work is actually largely going to be a kind of organizational day as well, similar to this organizational logistics day, which kind of works out because it's one of those dreary days outside. So, and after a busy few days at work, it's nice. I was happy to wake up today and be able to not just organize this and personally, but also it'll be a work organization day as well, which means that, on days like that, I can get some things done during the day. So I can do this. At lunch, I'll probably do some tidying up. And later today, I'm hoping this evening, I am finally going to be working on my completing my Gamify planner. The notebook that I've been waiting for did come in, but I was out and about on the weekend, which was good, so I didn't do it. But I think tonight is going to be the night with the hope of having a video out this weekend. Took a while for all the pieces to come together. And again, similar to this, like I've really enjoyed doing the Gamify planner, and I've just been letting myself take my time with it a little bit. So I'm looking forward to that, as well as the video I'll be making for that too. All right, a couple more stickers. I love this little shopping sticker. And so all the stickers I use for my cousin are from the Coffee Monster Co. And placing an order will be on my to-do list for May. I have a pretty good supply because I've been using these for a few years, but there's a couple other things I need to restock and get. And I put a car because I'll be doing some shopping with my mom on Saturday. All right. Now, let me think. I'm thinking about what to do for earlier in the week when not a lot happened other than work. I think I'm going to look for some stickers just to maybe represent things. And because the only other thing I actually did was I did do my taxes. Maybe I'll use that one for taxes. Let's see. And I'm just having a look through. I have a few different ones kind of actually... you know what, I'll leave that there for now. I might move that. I'm just trying to think of what stickers I have to represent the work. This one. And yesterday was a lot of meetings, everything by Zoom, so maybe I'll use that one to represent that day. And I think I would need something for the left. I'm just going to look through, I think the bigger doodle sheet. I don't really have anything bookish themed, but I think there was one for maybe one of the quarters ahead. Let me have a look here. Let's see. There we go. I think this one kind of suits the mood. Yeah, it's got a little fountain pen and the colors go. I also want to have a space for a bit of a list. I don't know what else will go on it right now, but I kind of want to fill that space. So I think there's one of these little open books. I'll use this. And I think in one of the other kits, there's a little this week that's kind of written out similar to the other fonts I have here, if I can find it. I find my drawer with my stickers works pretty well, but yeah, it has gotten a little bit janky. Okay, there we go. This week. And okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, I do want to separate out the weekend, and I think I'm going to use the black for it this time. There we go. All right. So I think all that's left is just to start filling in some of these bits with writing. And wow, this actually came together pretty well. You know what? I think I'm going to move this. Oh, that goes a bit of paper. And put that down below because that's for taxes. And maybe I'll find another thing kind of workish related as well. I kind of like doing this because then it gives me a sense when I look back, I can really tell kind of how the week was going. All right, time to start filling it in. And I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm back. And here we are. So I've just put in some writing for besides some of the to-do stickers. I also replaced for today, planning for the week. I swapped out that sticker, but otherwise, yeah. I think that's the way it looked. I do want to put something in this corner, in this bottom space here. So you know what? I think I'm just going to write very busy work. Yeah, because this is, I mean, it is for planning, but it's also, just to look back and see how the week went. And so I think this will be a good thing to, to write down. Very busy work days. There we go. And maybe I'll throw in, you know what, I'm just going to put a little something, not quite starry things, but just a little something. Yeah, so I think this is a good representation for the week. And yeah, I'm actually happy. I'm a little sad. I like this setup that I'm not using it properly through the full week, but still think it came out really, really well. Thank you for watching my, once again, somewhat janky planning for the week, but I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you soon.